In the heart of Africa, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and sweeping savannas, lived a girl named Amina. Her story is one of dreams, betrayal, and resilience, filled with the trials and tribulations that many face but few overcome. Amina was a beacon of hope and joy in her village. Known for her bright smile and infectious laughter, she had dreams that extended far beyond the confines of her village. Amina wanted to study, explore the world, and one day return to uplift her community. Her chance came when she secured a job in the bustling city. It was a job as a receptionist at a prestigious company. Amina was determined to make the most of this opportunity. The city was a world of its own, filled with towering buildings, endless traffic, and an air of ambition that was both daunting and exhilarating. Amina adapted quickly to city life. She made new friends, learned the ropes of her job, and even started taking evening classes to further her education. Her life was a whirlwind of activity, and she thrived on it. It was during this time that she met James. James was a wealthy businessman, much older than Amina, who frequented the office where she worked. He was charming, sophisticated, and seemed genuinely interested in Amina. Their conversation started as casual chats, but soon grew into something more profound. James was everything Amina had dreamed of in a partner. He was attentive, generous, and spoke of a future where they could build a life together. Amina, filled with hope and love, believed in his promises. They spent more and more time together, exploring the city, dining at fancy restaurants, and dreaming about the future. Months passed, and Amina discovered she was pregnant. Overwhelmed with emotions, she saw this as a new chapter in their lives. She was excited to share the news with James, believing that it would bring them even closer. But when Amina told James about the pregnancy, his reaction was far from what she had hoped. He was cold, distant, and refused to acknowledge the child. He accused Amina of trying to trap him and ended their relationship abruptly. Amina was left heartbroken and alone, facing a future she had not anticipated. With no other options, Amina returned to her village. The once joyous return was now filled with shame and disappointment. Her family, who had always been proud of her, were now faced with the reality of an unwed daughter expecting a child. Their reaction was harsh. Instead of offering support, they condemned her for bringing disgrace to the family. In their desperation to salvage their honor, Amina's family arranged for her to marry Musa, a man from the village. Musa was known for his erratic behavior and inability to sustain a living. The marriage was seen as a last resort, a way to cover the scandal Amina's pregnancy had caused. The days leading up to the wedding were filled with dread for Amina. She tried to plead with her family, but they were adamant. The wedding day arrived, and Amina, heavy with child and heart, stood at the altar. The air was thick with tension and unspoken words. As the ceremony progressed, Amina felt a sharp pain. She realized, with mounting horror, that she was going into labor. The baby was coming, and there was nothing she could do to stop it. The ceremony descended into chaos. Amina was rushed to a small room in the back of the village hall, where she gave birth to a baby boy. The room was filled with the cries of the newborn, but outside, the atmosphere was anything but joyous. Amina's family, in a fit of rage, beat her for bringing shame upon them. Musa, too, joined in, seeing this as a betrayal. The violence was brutal and unrelenting. In the midst of the beating, Musa did the unthinkable. He divorced Amina on the spot, leaving her battered, broken, and now a single mother. With her newborn son in her arms, Amina was left to fend for herself. She had nowhere to go and no one to turn to. The village that once celebrated her achievements now turned its back on her. Amina was alone, but in her eyes there was a spark of determination. Amina's journey of resilience began that day. She found shelter with an elderly woman in the village who took pity on her. Despite the hardships, Amina was determined to build a better life for her son. She started by taking on small jobs, cleaning and doing laundry, anything to earn a little money. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Amina worked tirelessly, never losing sight of her goal. She faced numerous challenges, but her love for her son gave her the strength to keep going. She saved every penny she could, determined to provide a better future for her child. It was during this time that Amina met Sarah, a worker from a local NGO. Sarah was moved by Amina's story and saw the potential in her. She offered Amina a job at the NGO and helped her secure a small apartment in the city. For the first time in a long while, Amina felt hope. Amina flourished in her new role. She worked with the NGO to help other women who had faced similar challenges. Her story became an inspiration, a beacon of hope for those who had been abandoned and betrayed. Through her work, Amina found a new purpose. Years passed, and Amina's life transformed. Her son grew up healthy and happy, and Amina became a respected figure in her community. She had turned her pain into power, using her experiences to uplift others. Her journey was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her child. Amina's story is a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength that lies within us all. Despite the betrayals and hardships, she never gave up. She fought for a better life, not just for herself, but for her son and countless others who found hope through her journey. Thank you for watching. If Amina's story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more stories of resilience and hope. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Martin Luther King Jr.